Yes, there is now a tunnel in the indoor course. Tiny little bit of challenge in it too. I can get bound up a couple different ways coming and going. Hey, thanks for stopping by Vermont Scale Customs. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it may appear that you are in the American Southwest right now, and you're not. That's just, those are backgrounds from Amazon. Anyway, first runs on these new Injora tires that I got a couple weeks ago, and I have yet to break them out. And I'll be honest with you, based upon what I'm seeing already, they came right back off, and I put the JD Crawler pins on. As you can see on this left front tire, as it's coming up and over here, you see that there's kind of a brown color on some of the tread. I think these tires would be great if they were for mud or you know, dirt of some kind, but these are not rock tires. I find that having only, you know, a quarter to a third of the tire making contact with rock or any kind of surface at all kind of leaves a lot to be desired. You definitely want more of a contact patch, you know, with a lot of the surfaces that I drive on. So I've tried desperately to get them to hook up in a bunch of different ways. And also too, any comments about them being run in reverse. You actually have more forward-facing points with which to lock onto things than you do having the other way. Although I did kind of see that they were a little stiffer on the central point facing the other way, so there's a little bit more focused pressure that way. I did not run them that way just based upon the fact that I've run at least three other sets of tires in reverse, and personally speaking, I'm more happy with them being mounted in reverse. That said, I was never happy with the set last night, so they came off at about 11 o'clock last night, and like I said, the JD Crawlers went back on. So a little course redesign a couple weeks ago. I ordered some banners from Amazon, tried to make it look like you know, I wasn't in my mom's basement for the time being. So at any rate, you know, it's what you get when you get, you know, turn into a full-time live-in caregiver. You basically turn the basement into a crawling hobby shop / drum practice room, etc. So kind of nice to get everything focused back to, you know, the course here and not having you guys, you know, peek into my personal life and stuff. So anyway, about this truck, check out these lines. I was pretty psyched on at least two. This does this twice. The next run through, I end up rolling in a second here, but this is one of the reasons why I switched from the pins already. Clearance issues, traction issues, just overall, just, I don't know, capability. Just things in general that I didn't like immediately. That right there is filming with one hand and driving with, you know, anyway. I'm just rambling on about this thing, aren't I? Look at that scenery. Doesn't that look nice? I personally think that looks nice. Even though we know it's fake, you can see the folds. It's a heck of a lot better than seeing into my personal life. It kind of focuses a little bit more, I think, attention back to the truck and kind of gets you, you know, your eyes back into what it is. And it, you know, it just looks like a common background. It kind of looks like it's supposed to be there. So I got two different ones, and I could have wrapped them around and had them meet in the center, but I really liked the one that you see that's there. I really wanted that to be the central one, and then I ended up just taking the other two and the other one and made two out of it by just simply cutting it in half. And obviously mounted things up. So yes, my board is straight, the banner is crooked, as you can see by the copper pipe there. You can tell that that's actually, yeah. So anyway, and also too, it lines up on the door. Anyway, yeah, I was really particular about that. I had to stretch the banner a little bit in order to make sure that it was, you know, hung, you know, tight. So that's why it looks that way. Anyway, God, I'm still talking about the stupid banners. Check out this line. This is the second time through this. It gets diff hung. Again, more link clearance issues and stuff like that. Those are things that I would have never have experienced with the JD Crawler pins on there. So these tires are probably good, but they're just not good for this truck. So they got switched. Sorry, Injora, you didn't make the cut for this rig. Yeah, same hard park wheels though. Those will probably stay on here until I figure out something else for those. Got a couple of the builds in the works right now. Some stuff that I'm waiting on parts for. It's going to be a little while before those are done, but you'll know about them when they're ready. I like this new design because it really gives some steep challenges and stuff like that. It's got some stuff that I didn't have before, kind of incorporated into it. It makes me think a little bit differently about just driving around this whole thing in general. This really is kind of like, I think the first rig that I've taken on it in the last couple of weeks. And even then, just being able to pass behind that stuff, normally you'd be looking at all of my things in the background, which, I don't know, even just editing and stuff like that kind of made it a little uncomfortable for me to be, I don't know, kind of sharing that much of my personal life with everybody, the world, I guess, so to speak. So at least, like I said, now I can kind of get a little bit more back into some shots that I'm normally into doing, you know, kind of low angle stuff, not trying to shoot down on top of things and stuff. This truck surprised me on this. This was like one of the only times last night that I really kind of felt that it kind of lived up to its expectations. Because this is normal line for this truck. This thing could walk through this all day long with the DJs on there, but I had to get crafty. And then I come through the tunnel in the other way, and you can see how that kind of challenges this thing coming up next. Also, too, keep in mind, I'm driving by the back of the GoPro screen here. I can't see a thing. I'm barely looking through to see what's going on. It gets bound up twice. It gets a little noisy, so just watch your ears. But at some point, I feel like I'm driving through, like, Khufu's tomb or something like that. Kind of cool. I've been watching a lot of History for Granite on YouTube. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels about Egyptian history, so of course I'm just, you know, all about scenes like that. Anyway, yeah. Tunnel. Got a tunnel. Got some new backgrounds. So this was another test of this to see if it would perform anywhere close to how well the pins form, and smaller tires. This is exactly why I'm not a big fan of small tires on rigs like this. It just finds every hole, and with the amount of power that those brushless motors have, you can find yourself flipping over backwards pretty easily, at least with larger tires. You kind of feel like it's a cheat. It might be a cheat, but at least it gets you to those lines a little bit better. You don't have to worry about stupid stuff like that. And then here again, you know, they don't have, with the minimal amount of surface contact that you have, sure, the deep tread, they look awesome, you know, they score 10 for looks and stuff, but the actual, like, usable rubber that's in contact with the surface right there, that's kind of why that sat and spun for so long. And here's another example coming up, too. It makes this climb again, and it kind of sits here and spins for a second before it really catches. And that's something you really wouldn't see with those DJ pins. They would just grab on and go. And then too, because I feel like I had to kind of put a little bit, you know, more juice into it. You know, I wasn't able to really drive like I would normally drive. You know, kind of find myself almost slipping over the other side there. Kind of had to do a back up and catch up on the line. I could always throttle this thing back, but I like the curve I'm running, and this curve is kind of based upon how it was built up before. So these tires changed everything. So I changed the tires. Anyway, thanks for watching. Glad you stuck around this long. If you did, questions, comments, concerns, ask me questions about the fanners, anything along those lines. And like it says, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Take it easy out there.